Okay, so good morning once again, and today we are going to discuss some important part of this electric field intensity. But before that, we will solve one example. And let us recall what we discussed so far in short. We studied Coulomb's law followed by electric field intensity, right? And we understand how that electric field intensity is used to calculate the electric field due to a point charge. And we also understood the limitations because electric field intensity, that formula, that is E bar is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught A bar R, is not useful if the charge configuration is different, because we have different charge configurations, right? So in those charge configurations, your point form of this electric field intensity could not help. In that case, we have to use different steps. We have to apply different steps. And by using those steps, you can simplify the equation. If it is line charge or surface charge or volume charge, you have to consider a small charge on it. And we will consider it as a point charge, right? And then we will use the formula which is available for point charge, and then we calculate the differential electric field. Once we get the differential electric field, we can easily calculate the total electric field for that particular charge configuration, right? We did it for line charge, and in last lecture we have done it for surface charge, and I told you for volume charge it's not possible. Today we are going to see that for volume charge, simplifying the process is not possible. So today we will try for simplifying the process. If it's not getting succeeded, we will stick with those three steps: create dq, find the differential electric field, and integrate it to obtain the total electric field, right? So let me share a screen. You just tell me if it's not visible. Every time I'm drawing this at the start of lecture, reason is very clear. You should understand the process. You should understand the whole thing. We started our discussion with point charge, right? So these are the charge configurations. If it's a point charge, you are finding the electric field intensity somewhere here. Let's say test point. And you are finding this electric field intensity due to another point charge. So this is your positive, let's say simple Q. It may be positive or negative. So this Q will have its electric field intensity around its surrounding its in its region, right? Just a moment. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for this charge, we have considered it as a point charge, and we can calculate electric field intensity at this point by using the formula E bar is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square A bar R. So this is generalized formula. But if in case given charge configuration is a line charge, right? If it's a line charge, then you have test point somewhere here, and you are having a charge configured as this line, right? So in that case, you have to select a small segment on this and all that. You have to consider this as a point charge, everything. But now we don't have to think about it, because we have readily defined formula, which is EL bar. EL bar is nothing but electric field intensity due to line charge, and it is equal to rho L. Rho L is line charge density, divided by 2 pi epsilon naught. What is that? 2 pi epsilon naught R A bar R. This is the formula that we have derived. In last lecture, for surface charge, due to infinite surface charge, if you are having a test point here and the surface is placed here, right? So this is the surface, right? So because of this surface, the electric field intensity produced at this point is given as ES bar. And what was the formula that we have derived? Can anyone tell? Rho S. Rho S is surface charge density divided by
2 epsilon naught
2 epsilon naught
A bar Z.
A bar Z. Now, A bar Z is actually let me tell you the thing. We have, if you remember, we have considered this geometry like X, Y, Z axis. This is Z axis. This is Y, and this is X, right? And we have assumed that surface is present on XY plane. It is present on XY plane, and we have considered that point on Z axis. And that's why you are getting Z component here, A bar Z, right? If you are having a similar coordinate axis like this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. In that case, what will happen? And if I assume the surface charge is present on this XZ plane, if it is on XZ plane, then you can assume the point here on Y-axis. In that case, which component you will receive? You will get, it would be A bar Y. It would be A bar Y. Right. And similarly, if I take the surface in remaining plane, like if I take it on YZ plane, and if I take the point on X axis, that in that case you will get here as A bar X component. This is going to be A bar X component, right? So anyway, it is going to be a normal component to that plane. Anyway, it's going to be a normal component to that particular surface, to that particular sheet charge, right? So in general, I will, instead of A bar Z, I will write it as A bar N. Is it making a sense? काल जे scenario बघितलेला आपण, that was having surface charge placed at XY plane. But you can assume that it may be considered as it is placed on XY plane. Sorry, it may be considered as XZ plane. Consider this as Z, XZ plane, or sometimes it may be at YZ plane, right? So in that case, this point is always normal to the surface, and hence we will consider this as A bar N, where this N represents normal to the surface. It would be normal to the surface. मग तो कोणत्याही प्लेन मध्ये प्लेस केलेला असू द्या, आपल्याला पॉइंट पासून एक नॉर्मल घ्यायचा आहे त्या सरफेस वरती, अँड दॅट वेक्टर इज टू बी रिटर्न हियर. समजताय? Any ambiguity in this? Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, got it.
Right, so then we have volume charge. As I said, we will go for this volume charge today, but before that, we will solve one example based on those three concepts. We will solve one example based on those three concepts. Is it fine? Before we go for volume? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So let's move ahead. So I have one example here, right? Okay. So find the electric field. If you are ready with pen and paper, you should note it down. Just a minute. Find the electric field intensity. Example. Find electric field intensity E bar. Find electric field intensity E bar at origin. At origin. See, the thing is, we are talking about origin. Everything we have to calculate for origin. If the following charge distributions are present, the following charge distributions are present. In that, number one, point charge of 12 nanocoulomb. Point charge of 12 nanocoulomb. 12 nanocoulomb at point P. At point P. Here I can write 2,0,6. 2,0,6. So you got the first charge configuration. Second one is uniform line charge of uniform line charge having line charge density means rho L equals to 3 nanocoulomb per meter. 3 nanocoulomb per meter at x equal to 2, y equal to 3, and number 3, uniform surface charge of uniform surface charge having rho s. Rho s is surface charge density, that we know, right? So this is 0.2 nanocoulomb per meter square at x is equal to 2. So this is the example. Try to read the given example carefully. Try to understand it, what things are given. I will help you to understand the things, right? So first of all, what they have mentioned is find the electric field intensity at origin, right? So you are just trying to find electric field intensity at origin. So let us assume this is origin 0, 0, 0, right? So these are the coordinates of origin O. Now, because of following charge distributions present, number one, point charge. So we know that around this origin, there will be a point charge having so and so value. So you just have to find this electric field. Then you have uniform line charge having some so and so uniform charge line charge density. So we know that there exists a line charge also, right? So we also have to find the electric field intensity due to that line charge. And third is uniform surface charge having rho s equal to so and so, right? So you can easily know that there also exists a surface charge, right, because of which electric field intensity is to be calculated. So finally, what they have asked is total electric field intensity. Total electric field intensity, that is E bar total. E bar total, which would be which has to be calculated at origin, right? Which has to be calculated at origin, which is equal to, it is going to be equal to electric field intensity due to that point charge. Let us assume the electric field intensity produced by that point charge as EP bar. This is EP bar plus electric field intensity due to line charge. Electric field intensity due to line charge, how we can denote it? EL bar plus electric field intensity. So here it would be EL bar. And you are having also this surface charge. So let us assume the electric field intensity produced by this surface as ES bar. So you are going to get ES bar here. So if you could add all those three components, you will get the electric field intensity at origin. Total electric field intensity at origin. Do you understand this problem? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
बघा, ओरिजिनला आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटी काढायची आणि 3 चार्ज कॉन्फिगरेशन दिलेले आहेत. एक आहे पॉइंट चार्ज इथे, दुसरा आहे सरफेस चार्ज. जस्ट ठीक आहे. तर आपल्याला काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायला सांगितलंय त्यांनी? ओरिजिनला इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटी कॅल्क्युलेट करायला सांगितली. इथं आहे ओरिजिन. तर कशामुळे ती इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटी प्रोड्यूस झालेली आहे? त्यांनी 3 सोर्सेस दिलेले आहेत. पहिला इथं आहे पॉइंट चार्ज, दुसरा इथं आहे लाईन चार्ज आणि तिसरा इथे आहे सरफेस चार्ज. ठीक आहे. तर तुमचा पॉइंट चार्ज मुळे जी काही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होईल त्याला ईपी बार कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आणि त्याला म्हणायचं ईपी बार. लाईन चार्जची जी काही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटी असेल त्याला म्हणायचं EL बार. आणि सरफेस चार्जची जी काही इंटेन्सिटी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटी असेल त्याला म्हणायचं ES बार. आणि फायनली ह्या सगळ्यांची ऍडिशन करायची. You will get total electric field intensity at origin. With this note, let us proceed to solve this example. Appropriate फॉर्म्युले आपल्याला या ठिकाणी वापरावे लागतील. ठीक आहे. So first case, here I will write case 1. What is case 1? Case 1, to find EP bar, right? So to find EP bar, we are trying to find the electric field intensity at this origin. So let's say this is origin 0, 0, 0. And we are trying to find the electric field intensity at origin because of this point charge Q equal to 12 nanocoulomb. Q is equal to 12 nanocoulomb located at 2, 0, 6, right? So we got 2 points, we got the 2 coordinates. So we know the vector would start from Q, ends at origin. So let us find the vector first, because we know that while finding electric field intensity, you must know the vector. So let me write this as R1, right? So this R1 is equal to, R1 bar is equal to, can anyone tell? It is going to be 0 minus 2, right?
A bar X.
Yes, 0 minus 2 A bar X plus
0 minus 0 a bar y
Correct. 0 minus 0 a bar y plus
plus 0 minus 7 a bar z.
6.
Sorry, 6.
Huh. 0 minus 6 a bar z. Right. So finally what I get here is
Minus 2 a bar x minus 6 a bar z.
minus 2 a bar x minus 6 a bar z. And if I try to write here a bar r, what I'll do is, first of all, I will calculate, or directly we will go for a bar r1. It is equal to minus 2 a bar x minus 6 a bar z divided by, can anyone tell? Under root 4t,
40.
right? Under root 40 म्हणा किंवा okay, let it be under root 40. So you got the vector and unit vector. So once we get the vector and unit vector, we know that we are now able to calculate the electric field intensity due to that point charge, right? So here I'm going to write EP bar is equal to, EP bar means electric field intensity due to that point charge. This is equal to, what is the formula? Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R1 square, right? So for this case, it is R1. A bar R1. A bar R1. Right? So this is equal to Q, value of Q, 12 nanocoulomb, right? So 12 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught means 10 raised to minus 9 upon 36 pi, right? And what is the value of that under root 40 bracket square? That means you can write directly 40. So this is minus 2 a bar x minus 6 a bar y, sorry, a bar z, a bar z divided by under root 40. You please calculate this thing and tell me the answer of this, this part. I want the answer for this part. This is equal to, into bracket,
0.426.
correct, 0.426. Absolutely correct. 0.426, right? Minus 2 a bar x minus 6 a bar z. Now you can multiply this inside. It is equal to minus 0.853 a bar x minus 2.5.
2.55.
Yes, minus 2.55 a bar z, right? So this is your answer of first case EP bar. What is the unit? Volt per meter. You got the answer of first case. Right? Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Right, now case 2. What is case 2? Case 2 is to find the electric field intensity due to line charge. So This is to find electric field intensity due to line charge means EL bar, right? Now let us try to understand this scenario. They have mentioned there exists a line charge, right? So if I try to draw the line charge here, it will be like this. Okay, so this is line charge. And you are having the point where you want the electric field intensity somewhere here at origin, right? So for a while, let us not think of this origin where it would be located on three dimensional coordinate axis and all that. Just have a simple diagram. On one side you show the origin, and another side you just try to show the this line charge, right? So this is origin, coordinates are 0, 0, 0, right? So this is the origin, and you are having a line charge somewhere here. So what things they have mentioned additionally for this line charge? This is located at, it is located at x equal to 2, x equal to 2, y equal to 3. What information you get from this is on this line, wherever you just measure, its x coordinate would be 2 and y coordinate would be 3, right? It would be constant for entire length. And second thing is the charge which is placed, the charge which is distributed on this, it's having a value rho L. Rho L is the line charge density. And how much it is? This line charge density rho L, they have given it is to be equal to 3 nanocoulomb per meter. It is 3 nanocoulomb per meter. 3 nanocoulomb per meter. Now, our task is to find the electric field intensity at origin because of this line charge. So let me draw the vector which has to be a perpendicular to that line, right? So you are just extending a perpendicular on that line. So this is going to be a vector. Ensure that you are putting a perpendicular on that line, right? So this is going to be a vector, right? So let us say this vector as R2 bar, R2 bar, right? And the point where it will intersect, can anyone tell me what are the coordinates of this point?
2, 3, and 0.
Correct. 2, 3, 0. Why 2, 3? Because it's on a line where x and y values are already defined. X is equal to 2, y equal to 3. So x coordinate on that line, wherever you take it, it would be 2 and 3. And y 0 because you have taken a perpendicular from origin. So z coordinate has to be taken from origin. So you will get it is 0. Right? So with those 2 points, now we are able to calculate the value of R2 bar, right? So R2 bar is equal to, how much it will be? 0 minus 2 a bar x, that is minus 2 a bar x, then 0 minus 3 a bar y, that is minus 3 a bar y, 0 minus 0 a bar z. So this would be the vector. Now you can calculate a bar R2. A bar R2 is equal to vector as it is 2 A bar X minus 3 A bar Y divided by magnitude
Under root 13.
under root 13. Right? So this is the magnitude. So we got A bar R. Now you can write the formula for electric field intensity at that point because of line charge. Right? So what is the formula? EL bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught. What is that? 2 pi epsilon naught
R2.
R2 into A bar R2. Into A bar R2. Right? So for what values you can put here? Rho L, value of rho L is known. It is 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 2 pi divided by 2 pi. Just a minute. Hello. So this is 2 pi. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
2 pi. Epsilon naught value is known, 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 36 pi. Right? And R2, value of R2 is under root 13 into A bar R. A bar R, value of A bar R is known. What is that? Minus 2 A bar X minus 2 A bar X minus 3 A bar Y divided by under root 13. Right? So this is the thing. Now you have to calculate this part.
4.153.
It is 4.153. Okay. Okay. Is it correct? Others also, you please keep on checking. 4.153 into minus 2 A bar X minus 3 A bar Y. Right? And finally, what I could get here is EL bar is equal to
Minus 8.3 A bar X.
correct, minus 8.3 A bar X
Minus 12.48 A bar Y.
minus 12.48 A bar Y. Unit of this is volts per meter. Absolutely correct. So this is the answer for electric field intensity at origin because of surface charge. Sorry, line charge. So here we completed second part of this example. Is it clear? Any doubt so far? डाऊट नसेल तर मध्येच एक गोष्ट सांगतो. हे जे एक्झाम्पल आहे, इट्स बीइंग आस्क्ड इन युनिव्हर्सिटी एक्झामिनेशन फॉर लेट्स से 8 mark. 8 mark means what? How many if you consider percentage? पर्सेंटेज कशाचं काढायचं आपल्याला? 28 मार्कांचं पर्सेंटेज काढायचं. 28 पैकी जर 8 मार्काला हे एक्झाम्पल विचारलं तर तुम्ही किती पर्सेंट स्कोर केला? 28 पैकी जर तुम्हाला 8 मार्क पडले तर किती मार्क्स तुम्हाला भेटले? किती पर्सेंटेज भेटले? करता का कॅल्क्युलेट? 28 पैकी जर तुम्हाला 8 मार्क पडले तर किती मार्क पडले? किती पर्सेंटेज मार्क्स पडले? सांगा पटकन, कॅल्क्युलेट करा. Is it more than 30% or below 30%? बघा
More.
हे, yes. So I want your full attention. If the exam is conducted offline, there has to be this type of example for 8 marks. And here, damn sure, fixed question. Huh? I'm not telling you the certainty or this may be asked and all that. I'm telling you this, it's a damn sure, or you can consider fixed question, fixed example in offline examination. Right? So this question would give you almost 30% of passing mark. 30% of passing mark. This is my calculation. And 2 cases out of it we have discussed just now. Now we will proceed to understand, we will proceed to solve the third or remaining part of this example. इथपर्यंत जर कुणाला डाऊट असेल तर विचारू शकता, अदरवाइज वी विल प्रोसीड. एनी डाऊट सो फार?
No, sir.
आपण या तीनही केसेस 1 बाय 1 शिकलेलो आहेत. आता फक्त ह्या कंबाईन केसेस एकत्रितपणे एकाच एक्झाम्पल मध्ये सगळ्या केसेस शिकायला लागले. ठीक आहे. सो लेट्स प्रोसीड फॉर केस 3. इन केस 3 व्हॉट दे हॅव गिवन? To find electric field intensity due to surface charge, that is ES bar. To find ES bar, now let us consider the scenario. We are trying to find electric field intensity at origin. So this is your origin, coordinate 0, 0, 0. And this because of a surface charge. So let me draw the surface somewhere here. So this is your surface. Here you are having that surface charge, right? So let's assume the electric field is totally completely distributed on this surface charge. This is a surface having uniformly distributed charge on it. So what is the density? What is the density of this charge? They have given rho s is equal to, how much it is? 0.2 nanocoulomb per meter square. This is the surface charge density by which the charge is distributed on the surface. Now, because of this surface charge, we have to find the electric field intensity on this point at this origin. So for that, we should know the location of surface charge. They have specified x is equal to what? They have specified value of x equal to 2.
2.
Right? So everywhere, wherever you consider the point, its x value is going to be 0. X value is going to be 2. Its x value is going to be 2. Right? Now the thing is, we have to extend the normal on this. Let me extend the normal. right? And you should know this. Why I'm saying normal, in the formula we have taken it as a normal, and we have derived the formula. So this is a vector which is normal to the surface. Normal means it's again a perpendicular. This vector is normal to that surface, right? Now, if this vector is normal to the surface, then in that case, what is the value of a bar n? A bar n. If I talk about this, always this normal will have only one component. Why? Because we are taking two remaining components from this one, right? X component is known, that is 2. Y component, we will take it from origin 0, and Z component from origin again. So this is 2. So this a bar n, how you will write? How you will write? This is to be equal to 0 minus 2 a bar x, right? त्यानंतरचे जे 0 minus 0 a bar y, 0 minus 0 a bar z, it becomes 0, right? So this is a bar n. And here if I write, sorry, this has to be a normal, but I want the unit vector, right? So that is going to be divided by 2, right? So if I say this just minus a bar x, will it be a problem? A bar n is equal to a bar x. Ka? 2 by 2 gets cancelled. राईट. मी इथे वेक्टर काढलेलं नाही आहे, इथं नॉर्मल काढलेलं आहे. नॉर्मल पण त्याच पद्धतीने काढतात, वेक्टर अपॉन मॅग्निट्यूड. वेक्टर काय आलेलं आहे? -2 a बार x. मॅग्निट्यूड किती आहे? 2 आहे. समजताय? सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी -a बार x. नाउ यू आर हैविंग अ फॉर्मूला टू सॉल्व दिस. व्हाट इज दैट फॉर्मूला? The formula is ES bar. ES bar is equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught a bar n. So value of rho s, what is it? 0.2 into 10 raised to -9 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Epsilon naught, value of epsilon naught is 10 raised to -9 divided by 36 pi, right? And what else is remaining? A bar n. A bar n is minus a bar x, minus a bar x, right? So what value you are getting? You just calculate. ES bar is equal to, calculate this.
$11.309.
11.3, I can say. 11.3, right? So you got another last component. Volts per meter is the unit. So you got the last component of this. It's 11.3 a bar x. So once again, I am going to write here E bar total. E bar total at origin is equal to EP bar plus EL bar plus ES bar, right? So we got all the values. So E bar at origin, it is equal to minus 0.852 a bar x minus 2.56 a bar z, right? Plus, because we are adding all the things, no? plus into bracket minus 8.3 a bar x minus 12.48 a bar z plus into bracket minus 11.3 a bar z, sorry, a bar x, right? So this is the final addition that you need to do. If you can do that, E bar is equal to, can anyone tell me the final answer? E bar at origin is equal to minus
20.452 a bar
correct,
x.
correct, minus 20 point, let's say 45 a bar x minus 12 point,
Minus 20.48 a bar y.
12.48 a bar y, okay, minus
Minus 2.559 a bar x.
55 a bar z. Unit is volts per meter. If you could do this, 8 marks are fixed. If you could do this, 8 marks are fixed. Any doubt here up to this point? Easy hota na? Any ambiguity, any query, any doubt? समझले सर्वांना? Okay, so let's proceed. Now here comes the topic of discussion, volume charge density. Volume charge density means what? Here we are going to talk about the volume charge configuration. Volume charge. Now, like we know the formula to find the electric field intensity at this point because of point charge. We know the formula to find the electric field intensity due to line charge. We know the formula to find the electric field intensity due to surface charge. Now today we are trying to understand what will happen if volume charge is given, if volume charge is present. So let us assume this is a volume. And because of this volume, I want the electric field intensity to be calculated at this point. This is your test point. And I want the volume charge, the electric field intensity because of this complete volume charge. For that, we have the 3 steps. First step is to create dq. So I have created dq here, right? And we know that for volume charge, how you can find out the dq? What is the value of dq? If you could remember, dq is equal to rho v dv. Rho v is nothing but the surface volume charge density. Rho v is, what is rho v? Rho v is volume charge density. And what is dv? dv is nothing but your, dv is differential volume. It's a differential volume. And let me write here a formula for differential volume and this dq, right? Because we are having equation 1. This has equation 1. Now we are having here, I can write dV as differential volume for spherical coordinate system. Differential volume in spherical coordinate system, and which is equal to dV is equal to r square sine theta dr d theta d phi. Dr d theta d phi. Put in equation 1. Put in equation 1. काय मिळेल मला dq ची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करायची आहे. सो dq इज इक्वल टू रो व्ही ॲज इट इज. dv ची व्हॅल्यू मी इथून घेणार r स्क्वेअर साइन थीटा dr d theta d phi. ठीक है, you got the value of dq. Is it clear so far? Yes. Now step 2. I guess you know the thing which I did just now is step 1. Step 1 is create small charge or small dq, which I have created. Step 2 is find differential electric field due to that small differential charge. So find dE bar, that is differential electric field due to dq. So this dE bar is equal to dE bar is equal to dq upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square a bar r. Right? So this is nothing but r. This is the vector r bar. We are talking about this vector. Right? Now here, if I try to find out the vector, by even you consider this at origin. You consider this at origin 0, 0, 0, and this point will have some coordinates in spherical coordinate system as r. Can anyone tell? Theta, phi. Right? So these are the coordinates. If I take those as a coordinates, you will get r bar is equal to r minus 0 a bar r, right? So it will be r a bar r plus theta a bar theta plus phi a bar phi. जरी हे नाही लक्षात आलं तरी let it be, because it's not going to be a part of curriculum, it's not going to be a part of anything. I'm just trying to tell you, for volume charge it's not possible to get a simplified equation. त्यामुळे आपल्याला त्या स्टेप्स प्रत्येक एक्झाम्पल वाइज चेंज करावे लागतील. ठीक आहे. So from this, what would be the value of mod of r bar? So it would be r square plus theta square plus phi square, right? So you can get value of a bar r, right? So a bar r is equal to r bar divided by mod of r bar. Now you know what is it. So let me take you through final equation of dE bar. dE bar is equal to, now value of dq, which we have presented here in this equation. Value of dq is सॉरी आय वॉज ऑन म्यूट. ठीक आहे. सो व्हॅल्यूज मी इथं लिहितोय. आर ए बार आर, थीटा ए बार थीटा प्लस फाय ए बार फाय divided by under root r square plus theta square plus phi square. Now if you compare those cases means this line charge and surface charge, या दोन जर केसेस तुम्ही बघितल्या तर ह्या लाईन चार्ज मध्ये तुमचा जो हॉरिझॉन्टल कॉम्पोनंट होता, सॉरी, in case of line charge, just a minute. In case of line charge, we have considered the point charge on this x-axis, right? So horizontal, vertical component, in case of line charge, vertical component cancelled. आणि फक्त रॅडियल कॉम्पोनंट राहत होता. ठीक आहे. इकडे सरफेस चार्ज मध्ये रॅडियल कॉम्पोनंट कॅन्सल होत होता. रॅडियल कॉम्पोनंट कॅन्सल्ड. आणि याच्यामुळे आपण ते दोन सिम्प्लिफाईड इक्वेशन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकलो. बट हियर इन दिस केस नायदर dr nor theta or this phi, they could not get cancelled. They could not get cancelled means all the terms would remain intact. You cannot cancel them over the integration. You cannot cancel them. So further simplification, here what I'll write as no component is cancelled. So further simplification, is not possible. Further simplification is not possible. त्यामुळे आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल, केस टू केस, एक्झाम्पल टू एक्झाम्पल, ज्या स्टेप्स दिलेल्या आहेत त्या 3 स्टेप्स फॉलो करूनच एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व करावं लागेल. आय होप इट इज क्लिअर. नाउ लेट मी टेक द अटेंडन्स. इट्स नॉट अ सिलेबस पार्ट. व्हॉल्यूम चार्जचं जर एक्झाम्पल आलं तर आपल्याला डायरेक्टली दिलेल्या स्टेप्स फॉलो करावे लागतात. हेच सांगण्यासाठी मी हे एवढं डेरिव्हेशन वगैरे करून बघायचा प्रयत्न केला. पण एवढं लक्षात ठेवा, कुठलाच कॉम्पोनंट कॅन्सल होत नाही. दॅट्स वाय वी हॅव टू use the conventional steps to solve this example, right? So give the attendance. But this roll number 32, 36, 36, 38, roll number 38, 41, roll number 41, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay. Attendance is recorded. You are allowed to leave the meeting now. You are allowed to leave the meeting.